In last session, we discussed about how to create parameters and how to create single value parameter and how to make it as multi-value selection option to the user. And we also discussed about report parameters, query parameters, and how to map report parameters and query parameters. Now, in this session, let's start with the next question. What the user will expect if I provide this report. This is almost all a complete report. This has all the features, right? Like the formatting is good. The numbers are formatted to 2 decimals. The colors are given in a better way. The header is there and so on. And the parameter is also there for the user to select whatever they want to. And also the default values are set. Like whenever they logs in, by default all the colors will be selected and the report will be generated. And if they want to filter based on couple of colors, they can select it and they can do it. What else client will look for? What else they'll be interested in? What will be the next ask by the client? Exactly, as you said, clients will say, okay, this is a good report, and I can filter based on colors. But if you can provide, what if I want to see only bikes related sales for a color black or some particular color? That means they want one more filter, right? They want one more filter to filter the data. They don't want to get this many records as in the output file. So in short, they want one more parameter based on, let's say, category, bikes, accessories, and clothing that belongs to category. So they want to filter and see any one of these category values and see the output. Now, this is very critical and very not confusing. It's very tricky. So please concentrate. So the next task is categories. So how you will do category parameter? What is the first step of doing creating a parameter which provides an option to the users to filter the categories? Is first step is creating a parameter or creating the data set? Which one is first required as part of the parameter creation? So both can be done. It won't make much difference. Why? Because if you add a parameter, you need to have data set, right? Or else you have to hard code some values and so on. So better go with the data set creation, from where you will be getting the data for the category parameter and display it. So I'm going for add data set, and I'm gonna select it as category underscore ds. That's the table. The data set name says that what I'm pulling here. So the query to pull the data from the category table is select. Again, I'm writing distinct. What is the query? I don't know the query. Let me write the query in SQL Server and then copy the same in SSRS dataset. So I've connected to the database. Select star from dim-prod subcategory. Right? Dim product category. This is the table. From this, I want to get distinct English product subcategory name. So if I execute this, this will give me the list of categories that are available in the database, and I've gone for distinct just to get the distinct record. As this is a master table, mostly I think it will not have duplicates, but still I'm using distinct, which is a good practice. And another good practice is order by. It's always good to order. If there is a parameter with 100 values, obviously user will ask to order it. If it is in order, it's easy for them to go and search and select. I'll show you while working on product parameter. Order by English product subcategory name. Now everything will be ordered in ascending order. I'll copy the same query here and the data set will be created. Now the data set is ready, which can be used in my report parameter. Now the second step is create the report parameter, and I'll name it as paramcat, and I'll give the prompt text as select category, and I'll make it as allow multiple values. And available values, we're not hard coding. If you want to hard code, you can go and specify something here, but we are getting the values from the query, that is dynamic values. The data set which fills the data or which adds the data values to this parameter is category data set, and value field is English product category name, and so on. Okay, and I have not selected any default values. The default values are still set as blank. So if I preview the report, you can see one more parameter created with the prompt text as select category, and all the 4 values are available here. If I select only accessories, and if I click on view report, it will generate the same old data like all the colors and all the categories. If you see bikes are coming and clothing, everything you will be getting. But what I ask for is accessories, right? So why it is not filtering here? Because it is not added. It is not added in the where condition of your dataset query, which is pulling the data, right? So this is the dataset in which I'm gonna use this query. So let me in this parameter, let me copy this query and see how it is. So where color in so and so, and is it AND or OR condition? What I have to give? Is it AND or OR between these two? It will be AND. Why? Because products with this color or color in these items and product subcategory in so and so. That is how the product category name, sorry, not subcategory. In, I'm giving a name product category. Okay, I've created the query here where color in so and so, already this is done, and English product category name in product category. So this is the new parameter I have added, and I hope you understood the change that I have done here for adding the new parameter. So let me add it, and if I go to the parameters, you can see the prod cat is added, and if you go to you have to map it perfectly. Now click on preview report. Let me select accessories alone and click on view report. So now we can see only accessories related report is generating. And whenever you see the report like this, immediately what you have to do is don't neglect the UI part, the look and feel of the report. If you see for accessories, the S alone is coming to the next line. So what you can do is you can adjust it a little bit, like increasing the size of this a little bit, which can accommodate, and you can decrease the product size. Anyhow the products goes to the next page, next line. So let me select the accessories again, and let me see how the report looks. So this is how the report looks, and you can see it is filtering based on category and color. Now, if you observe, whenever I go for design and make some changes or something, and if I go to the preview again, I have to select the category to generate the report. So I want to set some default value or select all the categories as by default. So what I can do, I can go to the parameter, I can go to the default values, and I can specify any one value like bikes or whatever I wish to. Let's say in this case I'm going for bikes, and if I click on preview, by default bikes will be selected and the report will be generated. So that is the place where you will select the default values in the parameter default values, or let me go and select all the values as default. So how to select all the values as default? You have to select the data set and you have to select the value field. If you click on OK, this will be selecting all the values that are available for the parameter category. So this is how you can, and this is fine. We have created two, let's say category and color. Let me add two more parameters. Okay. Let me add one parameter for subcategory. And I'll make it as allow multiple values. And default value is not yet set. Why? Because the data set is not yet ready. First, let me create the data set for this. Please follow what I'm doing. It will be useful, right? So I'll name this one as subcat underscore ds, and let me go and prepare the query here. Dim product subcategory. I'll name it as English product subcategory name. Let me execute it. This is fine. Let me copy the query here. Click on that. And now I'll set the source for this. Available values. I'll go to the data set subcategory DS, and value field is same and label field is also same. Now let me create one more for product so that our user can select based on any parameter that we are providing. So I'll create it as product underscore DS. The query will be select distinct English product name from dim product, and let me click on OK, and let me create a parameter for the data. Sorry, parameter for the report. Parameter product, and I'll name it, I will set the prompt as select product. And I'll set the multiple values, and available values I'll set it as so and so, the same data set. And default values I'll set the same products. So let me check whether I have set the default values for the subcategory or not. I have not set. Let me set it so that whenever I open the report, automatically it will select every value by default and it will execute the report. Now if I execute the report, you can see, oops, I have not set for product. Okay, I set it. Sorry. So everything is selected and the data, the report is getting generated. And if you see, it is not showing anything for product because it has more values. It has a lot of values. It will be selected by default, but it is not showing. This is an issue with Microsoft UI issue. They have to work on it. So actually it's selected, but it has a lot of values. That's why it won't show. If it has less values like this, it will try to show. Else it will show blank, but it will be defaulted by default as you set. Now, what are the issues that you can see, or whatever the user can ask for? What is the first task that user will go for after providing this report? Do you think still anything pending at this level? And if you observe, I just created the parameters. That's it. I have not added any link for this. No one has observed that, right? I just created the parameters for the subcategory and subcategory and product, but the query still remains the same. No one has observed that, huh? So if you see, it filters only based on color and English product name. That means if I go here and if I select some product, like let's say adjustable race. If I select adjustable race, what should happen? It has to show only adjustable race data. But it won't happen. Why? Because I have not mapped this report parameter with the query parameter. That's why I asked you to observe carefully. Okay, now what is the next condition here? And English product subcategory name in @subcat, and let me add one for product too, and English product name in @product. Now I have added all the filters, right? If you see product subcategory, product category, and so on. Now I can go to the data set and change the query with the new one. And if I do the mapping part, I have to map it to subcategory and this one to product. Now if I execute this report, it should get the data based on the filter selection that I have given. Let's say I'll give only adjustable race, and let's see what data it is gonna fetch. So it has no data for adjustable race, and that's why it is getting blank. And this is what you will get, Guru, when you don't have data. It will be blank report. Now tell me, is everything perfect here, or can we make more changes to the parameters part so that we can provide more user-friendly report to the user? As I told you, when you have more values in the parameter, now if you see, this is coming in order. Let's say if you are not getting all these things in order, and if you have more values, then what will happen? It will be very difficult. That's why the order by plays a major role. Now let's see. the problem here is with the report that we have provided to the user. Let's say at this point of level I've provided this report to the user. The problem what he is gonna face is, if the user don't know what category maps to what product. Let's say he has selected bikes. Okay, under bikes he has to go for mountain bikes or something like that. If he goes for something which relates to accessories, will it generate output? Let me find some accessories related stuff. Everything I can see is bikes here. I think this is also bike. Let me see. So it is like asking, okay, when the category is bikes and product relates to accessories product, how can you get the data? We're using unconditioned between two parameters, and that's why you won't fetch the data. It won't fetch the output, right? So what we can provide to the user is a mapping between these two parameters, mapping between every two parameters. Like, you should know what are all the categories, subcategories that are present in a category, and what are all the colors that present for a subcategory, and what are all the products that are present in a color. Let's say I selected a color blue and I selected ball bearing, which won't come in blue color. Will it fetch any data for me? It won't fetch any data. So we call it as cascading parameters, dependency. Let me tell you one example from very well-known example. Okay, you have country here, you have state here. Okay, second parameter, and third parameter is district, and fourth parameter is area or city, whatever it is, town. Okay, you have all the countries here, and if you load any country, let's say India, it will list all the 28 or 29, I don't know how many states we have. I stopped counting it. So it will list all the countries. If you select any one, sorry, it will list all the states. If you select any one state, it will list all the districts in it. And if you select any one district, it will list all the areas or towns in it. So what is the advantage? What is the advantage of making it as dependent on the other? This is dependent on this, right? And this is dependent on this, and this is dependent on this. What is the advantage? The advantage is going for a wrong combination will be reduced. What is meant by wrong combination here? Let's say if the user selects Pakistan here and state, he said, if I don't filter it, if I show all the states here of all the countries, then if he selects Andhra Pradesh, and in this is city, right? In city, if he selects Jersey, New Jersey or Jersey, and in area, if he selects some Karachi area, will it return any data? That means you are asking the server to provide the sales that were happened in the state, in the country Pakistan, in the state that is Andhra Pradesh that is present in Pakistan, and also Jersey city that is present in the state Andhra Pradesh, which is present in the country Pakistan. Is it a possible combination? Will you get any data? So it always good to see what it will, where it will help is, it will help the user in select, okay, what are all the states that are present, which one will be more user friendly, if I filter all the states that belongs to the country he selected, or listing all the countries, all the states that are available in the world. If he selects India, and if I what he is gonna do with the Pakistan states here or USA states here, he cannot do anything. It's of no use for him, right? So that is why the cascading of the parameters will really help. I'll show you how it will help and how it looks, and what is the cascading parameter means, and how to achieve the same. For cascading the parameters, first thing what you have to do is you have to order in the hierarchy. What is meant by hierarchy here? I mean to say, one state will have many, one country will have many states, and one state will have many districts, and one district will have many areas, towns, right? So this is hierarchical nature. It should be always like this. Okay, this should be your first parameter, and this should be your second parameter, this should be your third, and this should be your fourth. So the first one should be always country, the one with a highest level, and next one should be state, and third one should be city, and fourth one should be town in that. So in the same way, what will be the first one in our case here? What is the highest level in this? Category. And what is the second one? It is subcategory. And the third one is, what is the third one? Product. That means you are saying one product is coming in multiple colors, or one color, multiple products. Think about it. Which one will come in the third place? One product will have multiple colors, or one color will have multiple products. So the color will be the third one, and the fourth one will be the product. So first I have to order it. How can I order it? So what I have to delete is, what I have to do is I have to delete everything and recreate in the order. Correct? Now I have designed first color and second category, third subcategory, and fourth product. So I have done a mistake. So what I have to do is I have to delete it, and I have to add, like, first create the category, second create the subcategory, third create the color, and fourth create product. Agree? Can you wait until I do that? So if you have an option, if you don't have an option to rearrange, then it won't become a tool. It will be a very big drawback in the tool. So if you observe, this is the first one you want to see. You have two arrow marks. Click on this to go up. And the second one you want is subcategory, and the third one is color, and the fourth one is product, and all the parameters are coming in order that you wish to have. Right? So that is why the tool is very easy to work on. It is already, all the functionality is included. So now everything is ordered. What is the next thing? I have to link between these two. What is meant by linking here? If I select any one category, this guy has to show only subcategories that belongs to the category selected. And if I select any few subcategories, this color should show the it has to show only the colors that these subcategories comes in. And if I select few colors, then it has to list only the products that comes in this color. Right? This is called mapping. How can we do that? What is the way that we can do it? So what I'm asking here is, what my need is, this should be filtered based on this. And do we need to filter anything here? Are we going to filter any categories, or we are going to show all the categories? The first one will be all, always. Like, you have to show all the values, right? You can't filter and show only two categories, right? The first one will be all, but the second one will be dependent on the first one, right? And the third one is dependent on the second one, and fourth one is dependent on the third one, right? So the first data set will remain the same. There is no change in the data set what it is getting. And this data set, whatever the data set that is getting data for the subcategory, needs to be filtered. Agree? So what I have to do is, let me erase the drawings first, and let me take this pen out. Now the first data is perfect. I don't have any problem with the data set. That is category DS. This is perfect. The second one is subcategory. This should be dependent on whatever the categories that I have selected. How can we make it? Just like what we have done for this main data set, in the same way, okay, this subcategory, I'll take the query to the SQL server. Okay, and this is giving me all the subcategories. No need of subquery, Shiva. A simple where condition. Where, before going to this where condition, let me show you what are all the columns that are present in this table, so that you will get clear picture. So you have subcategory key, subcategory name, and so on, and also product category key is available. That means this subcategory belongs to this product category, right? You can see at the right end, right? Product category key. So what condition will fall in? where product category key in whatever the category I am gonna give. Agree? Order by the same. So this guy is gonna make like it is gonna filter only the subcategories that belongs to the category. Let's see whether it works or not. This has given, and parameters, if I map uh, parameter category, this is perfect, right? And if you see in the query, I have given product category and I map the product category with the parameter category. If I click on this, will it filter or not? What is the error? Why I am getting this error? Why it is not filtering? What mapping error? Yeah, that is mapping error. What mapping error? That is fantastic. If you see the query, what I'm getting as part of the parameter category is a character. It's not an integer. But here I'm trying to map it with the integer product category key. Why? Because I don't have name here. So how can I solve this issue? So what here, the problem here is in my subcategory table, I have only product category key, but I don't have product category name. Okay. But here what I am getting is product category name instead of product category key. Now how can I fix it? So simply add the product category key here. Okay. I'm getting both the product category name and category key and change the data set value field to category key. Now, whatever you select, the value field will be sent to this query in the data set subcategory DS. If I select the accessories, 1 will be sent. If I select bikes, 2 will be sent. And if I select both, 1 and 2 will be sent. Now, if I execute this and it is working fine, if I select accessories, it will list only the accessory subcategories that belongs to the category accessories. Now if I change it to bikes, it will change and it will show only the subcategories that belongs to the bikes. In the same way, if I give clothing, it will go and select only the subcategories that belongs to the category clothing. Okay guys, I'm explaining it again. I know you got confused here. So the category DS was having only English product category name. That means I was using the same column as the value field and the name field. Okay. Value field was product category, English product category name, and also label field was the same. Earlier I'm talking about. And hence when I was trying to use the same value parameter here, it was throwing an error saying that in the query you specified product category key in so and so. What I have to pass here as part of this parameter value, what I have to pass? I have to pass the product category key. But what I am passing here is I am passing param category, whatever the values that I am getting for the param category, and the param category is having English product category name as the value field as well as the label field. That was the problem, right? We are getting category name and we are trying to assign it for category key in the data set subcat underscore ds. Now what I have done is to overcome this, what I have done is I just added one more column here, that is product category key, and I have used this category key value in the value field of here, and automatically the subcategory key will take the parameter value. If you go to the expression, it is value, it is not label, it takes value, right? So it will assign the value to the prod cat parameter here. That means product category key in the key values will be checked. I'll draw the mapping here. So this key will be value field for this, and this value field will be assigned to this. Earlier, there was no key column. That is why the category name was assigning to this, and the name was trying to map here and checking with category key. Man, when I'm asking for category key, you are passing category name. That was the error we are getting. So to solve that issue, I have introduced product category key. Now the first step is done. The first two are related. Perfect. It's working also perfectly. Now what is the next problem? The next thing is I have to map subcategory with color, right? So to do the same, I don't want to repeat the same mistake. For color, what I need? I need subcategory key here. So let me have subcategory key. So earlier I faced a problem because there was no key column to query, right? So now I don't want to do that. Let me see what are all the columns that are present in this. Select star from dim product subcategory key, and I'm pulling only English product category name. I will also pull product subcategory key as part of this. Product subcategory key, and I'll use it in this data set, and I have now product subcategory key and also English product subcategory name. What I have to do? Go to the product subcategory key and make. So this is why what I'm trying to show here is the value field always it's better if you have key column. It will be easy for querying purpose. Okay. Now I have given. Now what is the change I have to do? I have to go to the color data set and select distinct color from dim product where subcategory key in, this is the column, right? If you see dim product table, this is the table I have used to get the data for colors, right? You can see lot of colors and you have product subcategory key. This is the column. Oops, I have all the nulls, man, something problem. So this is the query I am using to get the product. So I have to add condition product subcategory key in product subcat. So what I'll explain you again, Swati, don't worry about it. And this one needs to be mapped with product subcategory, sorry, parameter subcategory. Okay. Now let me explain again for Swati, and I think she is not getting anything. She has not understood anything. So what I have done is for everything I'm including the key column also. The reason is the category table will have category ID and category name. So this is category table and it will have category ID, this one, and this is category name. And subcategory table, you will have three: subcategory ID, subcategory name, and also category ID. The third one is category ID. And these two will be joined in SQL Server. Generally, this is how the database will be designed, master transaction table design. And the third one is product. You will have product ID, you will have product name, you will have color, and you will have subcategory key. And these two will be joined. So this is how it will be joined. You know about this, right? Now, for this one, I was taking only category name in my parameter earlier. But what the problem for me if I have only category name is, this table is used for the subcategory DS, right? I have to filter it based on the category I have selected. The user will select, right? Whatever the user selects for the category, I have to filter the subcategory based on the user selection for the category. So that means select. So I have written a select statement and I have to add a where condition on that, where category ID in whatever the user selected, right? So to do the same, I don't have category name in this table to compare. I'll be getting category name from the parameter, whatever user selects. But I don't have category name here. How can I compare? So I can't compare by using the category name and category ID. So what I have done is I have also selected this column in my data set here, and I have assigned this key column to the value field of this. So whenever user selects any value in the category, any label like accessories, bikes or anything he selects, the ID will be sent to the where condition of the second data set, that is subcategory data set. The IDs will be sent. Why? Because we have set it to value field. Now, once the user select one or two subcategories, what should happen? This category ID should be sent to the product. I don't have category ID, subcategory ID. That's why I have added subcategory ID. And if you see this data set, I modified the data set in such a way that select select color from dim product where subcategory key in product subcategory, some parameter I have defined for this data set. And I have mapped the values of this data set query parameter with the report parameter of the product subcategory. Is it clear? So now I have added all the conditions for the first three. If I select any categories, it will go and hit the second data set, the data set that I have created for the subcategories. Let me close this. So that is this one. This one will be taking input from the category parameter, whatever. Now I selected accessories. So one will be sent to this category key and it will be filtered and it will show only the subcategories of that particular category. If I select this subcategory, this ID will be sent to this data set. This subcategory ID will be sent to this data set and it will filter what are all the colors that it comes. Let's say if I select 3 products, what are all the color that it comes, these 3 product comes, those colors are coming here. Okay, and let me select 5 and it is coming all the colors that it is having in the data set. These products are having in this color, but it is getting duplicate values. Let me check whether the distinct is given for this or not. It is not getting the data properly. I think I've removed the distinct. So that is why this issue is coming. So hope you understood now. Let me do one thing. I'll take a couple of SQL queries so that it will be, you can easily understand. Okay. First I'll take this. Select. And forget it here. Don't think about why I have added subcategory. That is a key column and this is name column. And always name column will be in the label and the key column should be in the value field. So just keep that one in mind. You don't need to worry about why Rupesh has added category key. It was not added till today, right? Don't worry about that. Value, what you have to remember is value field is the one that will be used for querying and label field is the one that will be used for display purpose. And value field will be sent to the next query or wherever you are mapping this parameter. If you have value field as English product category name, then English product category name will be sent. If you have some hard-coded value like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be sent. The value field will be sent for querying purpose. So let me select English product, select star from dim product category. From this, I want to get product category name, comma, English product category name. So this is our first data set. Agree? So this is the first query that you are using in your first parameter. Agree? Which will pull the IDs and names and the names will be displayed and IDs will be used for querying. That means if user selects bikes, the 1 will be selected. Components is selected, 2 will be sent for querying. Clothing is selected, 3 will be sent. Clear? Now the second query, select distinct product category, subcategory key, subcategory name. If I go for only this, what will happen? It will not work out. What the third column I have? Product category key. This is the data that I have in the second table, which I have to use for the parameter 2, that is English product subcategory. What I can do? I want to filter. If user select 1, that is accessories, I have to get only accessories. What I can do? The thing I can do is having a where condition where product subcategory key in whatever the sheet the user is going to select as part of this data set, this parameter value. Agree? Now, what is the third data set, or what is the third parameter? The third parameter is select distinct color from dim product. So if I have this, what it will do is it will show all the colors. It will show all the colors. The problem here is I have to filter the colors based on the previous selection, the previous parameter. What would be the previous parameter for this? The previous parameter is subcategory, and hence the where condition where product category subcategory key in @product subcat. So this is what I have done till now. This is your first data set, which is having ID and name, and ID is used as value and name is used as label. Okay, and when user selects any one name, then the ID will be taken here and passed to this, and it will filter, and this will return a fresh data set. If I pass 1, it returns a different data set. If I pass 2, it returns a different data set. If I pass 3, it returns different data set, right? So it depends on the value. Let's say if I pass 1, that means user selected accessories. This will be the output. If I pass 2, instead of name I am passing IDs, that's it. This will be the output. If I pass 3, this will be the output. If I pass 4, this will be the output. If I pass 5, there are no subcategories with the category 5. So this is how. Now, once the categories or subcategories are listed, and if user selects only one subcategory, let's say 12, it comes in 2 colors, that is black and silver, and those 2 will be listed. Understood? So the same thing I have done in queries. So this is the first data set, the category DS. I have used the first query. Done. Once I have created, I have gone to this parameter and I have set the value field and label field. That's the first thing I have done. Here it is. You can see the label field and the value field is set. What is the second? Second one is it should be based on key, product category key. This is the query. I have copied the same query here, and I have mapped this parameter, whatever the parameter I have used here in condition, to the parameter category. Whatever the user selects parameter, that category key will be coming to and assigned to this category, and it will be queried. This query will be queried based on the category selection. And the third one is color. This is based on the color, right? Select distinct color from dim product, the same query, the third query, where product category in whatever the user selects as part of the subcategory. So that will be taken and assigned to this, and it will be filtered. You can see this is mapped to para subcategory. Now, if you go here and if you preview it, let's go for clothing, and if you see subcategories, these are all the subcategories. Let's go for caps. This caps comes in only one color, that is multi. Okay. If I go for gloves, it comes in, let's see, black color. Gloves are coming in black color. Let me select jerseys. This may come in multiple colors. It's coming in yellow and black. So this is how the filtration can be done. So clothing has these subcategories, and these subcategories comes in these colors, these 5 colors. Okay. Now what is the pending one? The pending one is mapping to the product. How can we map to the product? Based on what we have to map? Based on color selection or what? So based on the color, we have to filter. What is the current query we are using? Let's see. This is the query where color there is no key column for the color. Color is part of the same table. If you see, color is from product and this is also from product. So directly use color in @color. Okay. This query I'll use and just to filter based on colors. What I have to do here? I have to map this to color. It is already taken. Okay. Fine. If I execute, if I preview this report, let me close this guy. And if I select, let's say clothing, and I'm selecting subcategory jerseys. Sorry, let me go for shorts. And let's see, it comes in black color and it is showing so many products. Is it correct? You can see even gloves are showing. Gloves doesn't come in shorts, right? Gloves should come under gloves. Why it is coming like that? Is it correct or anything wrong? So the problem here is, if you observe it carefully, this category is having subcategories, and subcategory table is filtering products, and this product is having both color and English product name, right? So if you filter only with color, what it will do is it will get all the products with this color. Agree? Whatever the products that are there with this color will be coming. But this color, I'm filtering only for one category, or one subcategory. If you observe it carefully here, I am filtering this English product name based on this color. Okay? But this color is output of some category name. Let's say you have three categories. One is subcategories. One is cat 1, 2 and 3. And all the three are coming in black color. Let's assume this color is black, this color is black, and this color is black. Okay? And if I select only subcategory 1, what will be the color parameter? See, this subcat, oops, how can I show you guys? How can I explain you? Okay, try to understand. Select color, comma, English product name from dim product. Okay, so this is the data that I have present color wise product name. Okay, and I'm gonna add one more, that is product subcategory key, and let me take some example. Okay, now this product subcategory key is coming in what colors? Product subcategory key 1 is coming in what colors? So it is coming in multiple colors, right? If you see, it is coming in black, blue and so on. Okay, sorry, black, silver and so on. If I select this subcategory in my parameter here, let's say I have selected the subcategory here, what colors will be shown? It will show silver, black, and what else we have? That's it, only silver and black, right? Silver and black will be shown. Agree? If I select this subcategory, the silver and black will be shown. Agree or not? If I select black in the color, what product will be shown? It will show only mountain something, whatever it is coming in black. or anything else? It will show more products. Why? Because this subcategory is having black, fine, and this is the products that belongs to black color of this subcategory. But what condition I am checking as part of my product is just color, where color is black. I'll show you an example where not null and product subcategory key is equal to 1. Okay, if I execute this, what is this? Converting n varchar. What is this, man? Oops, it's product alternate key. I have not selected the correct one. Okay. So this is whenever I select the subcategory. Okay. Whenever I select the subcategory, this will be the output. It comes in two colors, black and silver. So black and silver will be selected. If I select black only, then what I have to do? And color is equal to black. This guy, okay. This guy will return only the black color products of the subcategory 1. Correct? So what is missing in my last query that I have given in the data set? I'm checking only color. If I miss this English, see what I'm doing for the product check is I'm taking only where color is so and so. Where color is so and so, I'll be getting hundreds of products that belongs to different subcategories. See 12 subcategory, 14 subcategory, 17, 20 and so on. Okay. If I add that subcategory also, then it will make full query. It will filter only the products that belongs to the color black and also the subcategory that I have selected. Okay. Why? Because why we need to have these two is subcategory is split into categories here. Sorry, category is split into subcategories. And this subcategory is having products. And these products is also having color. So while checking color, you are going for category, sorry, subcategory. While checking for product, you have to go for color as well as subcategory. You understood now? What was the mistake and how to correct it? So now if you see the extra condition that I need to add here in the data set is where color in so and so and subcategory key in prod subcat. I have to check both the values. It should be with AND operator. Now if I execute, let me click on OK and see the preview of the report. Let me erase the drawings. Now I have selected the clothing and I have selected only shorts. I am not selecting gloves and this comes in black and you can see it is filtering only shorts. Now there is no gloves coming. If I add, why? Because this product is checking for color as well as category. Okay. So that was the mistake we have done. And what will happen if I click on view report? How many records will come? 100, 200, 1000, 2000, 60,000. How many records will come? But my answer will be always opposite to you guys. It will be 0. So why? Because I'm using keys and this data set will be getting keys instead of the name now. Earlier it was getting name, so fine, it worked fine. Now what I am getting as part of the category and subcategory? Am I getting the category name or category key and subcategory name or subcategory key? If you see this query, what I am checking? English product category name in so and so. But what this product category is returning, this param category is returning, what it is returning to me? It is returning a category key, right? Earlier it was name. Now we changed it to key to make it as a cascading parameter, right? And here also this should be category, subcategory key, not the name. And here product remains the same. We are still using the product. So what changes we have to do here? The color will remain the same, and this one, English product category name, where it is. Where can I find category, sorry, category key? English product category key. I think it's not English product category key, it is product category key. Okay. And the second one is product category, sorry, product subcategory key. So what will happen if I click on OK now? Will it execute? Will it execute and retrieve the data? Select all. Select all. Select all. What will happen? It's throwing a different error. What is it? Ambiguous column name, product subcategory. The reason is here product subcategory key is part of two tables. One is subcategory and the second one is category. So you have to give table name dot column name here. Dim product category. When you have the same column name in two different tables that are used in the join, then you have to specify table name dot column name. Remember that. And this subcategory key is present in two tables. One is product subcategory key and the second one is dim product. So I'll take dim product subcategory dot so and so. Now, oops, I've made some mistake. Okay, this is perfect. Let me go to the design and let me copy this query to the data set. And if I click on preview, this needs to be moved here, this output window. And if I select all the products, sorry, all the categories and all the subcategories and all the colors and all the products are automatically selected. And if you see, it executes and it retrieves the data. So while creating these cascading parameters, we have learned a lot. I don't know how many of you guys followed. If you don't follow, just go through the video and practice it. If you don't know these cascading parameters, that means you don't know reporting. No user will accept a report without parameters, and if you have more than one parameter, maximum that you have to provide. You have to try your best to provide the cascading parameters rather than plain parameters, which will lead to lot of work for the users to pick the right parameter values which generates the report. So this is about this session, parameters, cascading parameters and so on. In next session we are going to discuss about filters and the difference between filters and parameters, and we will continue our discussion on SSRS concepts called expressions. Thank you guys and catch you tomorrow.